and welcome back to another reading vlog. Today is day one of InLoveAthon, which is a Valentine's Day themed readathon that I am co-hosting. So this morning I woke up extra early so I could get in some reading time. So I ended up reading Beauty and the Beast, the original fairy tale, which I've never read before. So that completed half of one of the challenges, because one of the challenges is to read an original fairy tale and then watch the adaptation. So I think I'll be watching the adaptation, the animated Disney version, later this week. And I think that actually might be the movie that we're watching for the watch along this week, because that was my pick, and so I figured I may as well just watch or read Beauty and the Beast for it to kill two birds with one stone, you know? So I read that this morning and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I just love fairy tales. I find them to be super just warming to read. So I then found myself in a little bit of a pickle because the 2 books that I wanted to read this week have not come in from the library yet. I know one is in transit, but I don't know if the other one is even going to make it this week at all, because they're also both new releases that just came out earlier this month, and I think last month the other one came out. So we'll see if I get those ones at all. So I instead ended up picking up Worlds in Deep Blue. I actually just bought this yesterday from my library book sale, so I wasn't planning on reading it, but since I didn't have anything else to read, I figured I'd just pick it up on a whim. So I'm currently about 50 pages or so into this book. So I will talk a bit more about this book when I get home from work later, but for now I should probably get to work, and I'll probably read this on the way there and on the way back, and maybe on my break. We'll see. So I just got home from work, and unfortunately I didn't end up reading at all while I was at work. I opted for music on the drive there and back, and then I just didn't have time during my break to read. So I'm still only 50 pages into this book, which I think I might have been saying the title wrong. It's Words in Deep Blue, but in the car on the way to work I had this revelation when I realized it wasn't Worlds in Deep Blue. So I don't know if that was what I was saying earlier, but it just suddenly struck me in the car that it was Words and not Worlds. Anyways, I thought I would just tell you a bit about what this book is about and what I'm thinking of it so far. So this is a contemporary romance, I believe, that is told from 2 perspectives. The first perspective that we follow is from a girl called Rachel, and her brother just recently drowned and died, and she just failed her last year of high school, so she's going through a pretty rough time. So she ends up moving back to the town that she used to live in and living with her aunt there. And then the second perspective that we follow is a boy called Henry, and he works at this bookshop that is owned by his family. It's a secondhand bookshop. And him and Rachel used to know each other when they both lived in this town, and then they had a little bit of a falling out. So when Rachel moves back to this town, her aunt ends up getting her a job at the bookstore where Henry works, and he's the last person that she really wants to see right now, but now they're apparently going to be working together. I haven't quite got up to that part in the story yet. As I said, I'm only 50 pages in, but so far I'm quite enjoying it. I think it's still a little too early to tell, but the challenge I'm reading this for is to read a book with your favorite romantic trope, which I don't really think I have a favorite romantic trope, but this I think is primarily set in a bookstore, which a love story set in a bookstore is always a good thing. So yeah, I might be cheating a little bit, but that's what I'm using this book for. So yeah, those are my plans for tonight, are to just carry on reading this book and try and read as much as possible of it. Fun fact about this book, this kind of made its rounds on BookTube last year, I think it was, and anytime someone would hold this up in their video, on the cover it's a bunch of blue books, but I always thought it was blue bathroom tiles. That's what it looks like to me, even in the viewfinder. Even when I look at it in person, if you don't completely focus on it and see that it's a bunch of books, it just completely looks like blue bathroom tiles to me. So yeah, I best get going and try and read as much of this as possible. Hi guys, so it is now the next day, so it is day 2 of InLoveAthon. I'm sorry if you can hear the heat running in the background. I feel like I have that issue in all of my vlogs. vlogs, but I can't do anything about it. It's cold out, the heat is running. Today is my day off, and I was hoping today would be super productive. Unfortunately, I slept until 10 and then laid in bed until 11 watching Instagram videos. So by the time it took me to like eat breakfast and I read like 50 pages of my book and then get ready, it's now 1 o'clock, so more than half of the day is done, but that doesn't mean it can't still be a productive day. So like I said, I did read 50 pages this morning, so I'm about 150 pages into Words in Deep Blue, and I don't really know what my thoughts are on this book. Like, it's just a really cute contemporary, so I would say it's like a good 3.5 stars right now because there's nothing like super amazing about it, but it is really like cute and like just the kind of thing you want to read during Valentine's Day. So I've got a long list of all the things that I want to accomplish today, and I probably won't get all of them done, but I think I'm going to start by filming a really quick video of my 2019 book releases that I am really late to the game on filming. Like, I think 3 of them have already been released at this point, so it's just going to be a really like quick and casual video. And sorry, I'm getting messages from the InLoveAthon Twitter group. So yeah, I think I will start by filming this video and then we'll see what I move on to next. Okay, so I just finished filming my video, which is why it's all like nicely set up on a tripod. It went pretty well, except for the fact that I probably said the word "I'm so excited." Oh, that's not a word. I probably said the phrase "I'm so excited" so many stinking times in that video that it's going to get extremely irritating. But I think I will now go and eat lunch because even though I only ate breakfast at 11 and it's now only 1:30, I'm always hungry, so may as well go eat. And since my cooking skills are extremely limited, I think I'll just go for a classic egg and bacon lunch. Or technically it's like second breakfast, but whatever. So I just popped the bacon in the oven, but the bacon is going to take a bit longer to cook in comparison to the eggs. So in the meantime, I am going to read. Look at me using my time to my full advantage. Okay, so I read a chapter. I'm now on page like 164. I think I'm like exactly 100 pages from the end, but I think it's about time to start cooking the eggs now. Okay, well the second breakfast has been eaten. It was a hassle and a half to make, but what can you do? So now that it's about 2:15, I think I should probably get some like household chores done before I actually sit down and just read. So I'm gonna do the laundry, I'm gonna wash the dishes, and I'm gonna vacuum. Let's begin. Laundry. Also, do you like my socks? They've got cat faces. Okay, laundry just suddenly got more annoying because someone left the towels in here, and so I have to put those into the dryer before I can throw my laundry in. Oh dear. Gosh, the dryer is loud. Alright, well my clothes are good to go. Dishes are now washed. Now I move on to vacuuming. Alright, well I finished all of my chores, so now I'm going to light a nice candle and read my book. So I just finished Words in Deep Blue, and I really enjoyed this. I'm giving it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the plot. It was really cute and romantic at times, and there's even a part where it's set on Valentine's Day, so it was really fitting. But at the same time, the plot touched a lot on grief and loss, and I really enjoyed those aspects of the story as well. I also really loved all of the characters a lot more than I thought I was going to at the beginning of this novel. At the end, I did find myself really caring for them. Like any novel, it has its flaws, which is why I'm not giving it a full 5-star rating, but I did really enjoy it, and I think it is a very underrated book on BookTube. Like, I know it was kind of popular at first, but I think it was mentioned in like a lot of TBR videos and hauls, but not a lot of people actually read it, and I think that people should. So yeah, this is going to work for the challenge of reading a book with your favorite romantic trope. I know that I said that I was using this for the trope being that it was set in a bookstore, but actually I think my favorite romantic trope probably has to be the like writing letters to each other like anonymously, or like messages and stuff like that. I've actually read quite a lot of books with that trope in it, and some of them worked better than others, like P.S. I Like You and Alex Approximately. I really enjoyed those books. And then it was also in Letters to the Lost, which was okay, and then I also saw it used again in Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, which I really didn't like. So this was a very like refreshing take on it, and I like how people were leaving each other letters in books in this bookstore. So yeah, overall I just really enjoyed this, and I will talk more about it in my monthly wrap-up. But now I am back in the same pickle I was in before, because all of the other books on my TBR are still at the library and I can't get them. So not really sure what I'm going to move on to next. I will have to get back to you on that once I figure it out. Hi guys, so I was just editing my reading vlog and I realized that it ended really abruptly, so I thought I would film a quick little outro right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
You hear that, Samson?